Shalom from Shalom Acres. What we've got right here, got a friend of ours, Mike, give us this tree this year. It's an Arkansas black apple. I'm surprised it's still living because we've had the cows got out and they've eaten the top side of the tree 2 different times. But you can see new growth. Overall, it's looking really good. So what we've tried to do here, actually we got a couple sheep in the background that are trying to establish a little bit of dominance. Sorry for the distraction, but kind of caught my attention. I want to make sure that when they're young like that, they don't get themselves hurt. And then in between between all of our fruit trees, we put in some elderberries. So we had a great harvest of elderberries. If you want, you can look at that other video this year, but we had a really nice harvest. This is an Asian persimmon. This little thing has been amazing. It actually died off 2 different times, and it's come back now, and it's actually in the last 2 years it's grown up. It's actually over 7 feet tall, so definitely looking like a nice tree. Hopefully it ends up being really nice. And then again, you can see another elderberry. Nice apple tree here. It's actually getting a little taller than what I thought. I thought we pretty much got dwarf size on all of these, but it's doing really well. And the one nice thing, except for that Arkansas black on the end, we had fruit on every one of our trees this year. And other than the Arkansas black, pretty much the majority of the ones I'll show you as far as the fruit trees, they've all been in the ground 3 years, except for a couple other ones, they've only been in the ground 2 years. There's Rachel. She's out. Say hi. She's out eating grapes, I think. And right here we've got another elderberry. We've got 4 different types of elderberries on the homestead, so definitely feeling blessed about that. They come in at different times, different stages. Another apple tree. This is actually its 2nd year here. And we've got another elderberry. A nice peach. Another elderberry. A peach. Another elderberry. And then I believe right here we've got a plum. And then here's some of our grapes. And in the back there, that's one of our peaches that actually grew right back here grew voluntarily in our garden, so we planted that back there. Keep a bucket next to it. Here's another grape. These are both muscadine. Then over here Sam's actually in here picking. This is our 2nd year we've had the muscadines on the property, on the homestead, and we are excited because there is berries in there. And these are the type that require a pollinator. So what we did was on the same row of fence, so over here, you can see a little bit different type of leaf. This is the female variety. And then down here, this would be the male variety. I'll be honest, so far the grapes have been one of the easiest things we've grown. Really little to no maintenance. Don't know a lot about them. But so far, like I said, I've done nothing, and it's nice that we've got fruit on them. So doing really well. And then here is a really nice apricot. And again, right in between that, got another nice elderberry. Here's a plum cot that we've got. Really nice tree, boy. I think it's pushing over 10 feet. It's got a little bit of borers that's happened on it. I'm not sure exactly what, but right down in here. So I took just a little DE and threw it around there, and then put a little bit of DE on the base of the tree. But you can see this tree is not quite, it hasn't been in 3 full growing seasons yet. And if you look at the base of that, I mean, it's actually wider than my fist. So it's just amazing. And these came into the mail from us. I mean, I know you can get some pretty big trees in the mail, but this one wasn't that big. It's doing really, really well. We've got quite a few that are actually doing really well. And then here we go. We've got some more elderberries, and these are actually getting close to being ready to be picked. We've got several of them that way. Just nice berries. And then down here we've just got another area that we've just got an apple tree. It's got a little bit of dead on it, but overall it's doing good. Not even sure what type of apple this is. I have to look. That's a semi-dwarf Braeburn. And that's really all we've got on that area. Got a little pear tree here, starting to grow, do a little bit of something. And then on this little fence here, we've got making an attempt at some grape-like, what are these? Grape-like kiwis. So I've had them before. They taste really good. Just not sure if they're going to make it or not. So if they don't make it real well, since we've got this fence strung up, we'll probably put on a different type of grape, since they seem to be doing well. But they are doing pretty good this year. They do have some extra growth on them. And then right over here, a little plum. Not doing too great. It's just a nice dwarf plum though, but when we got this, it was just given to us. It was actually dead in the pot. We put it in the ground, kept watering it, and it's actually about 4.5 feet tall. It's just a little dwarf. And then over here, we've got a little cherry tree that we put in the ground this year. So we'll see how this little guy does. This is actually a sweet cherry. For some reason, it seems like the sweet cherries are doing okay, but the sour cherries are doing okay, but our sweet cherries that we've got on the homestead, they've died back a couple different times. So just wanted to give you a little tour of what kind of fruit trees we have. Most of these actually do well in the area that we're at, as far as in this region of Arkansas. And just feel really blessed about it. We do have a couple fig trees also. Nothing really too much to write about on those. They're not doing all that great. But here's a little bit of a shot of the blackberries. You can see since we put those up, well, they are really taking off and doing wonderful. We are feeling extremely blessed about how these are doing since we just started tying them up. You can see when you nip that off, when you nip that part off, then it just grows and just amazing. You know, that's already 6-8 inches, and we just did that like a week or two ago. That's one thing about the blackberries. If you don't stay on top of them, boy, they can get away from you quick. And then here, just another area where they're at. So hopefully, this gives you an idea of kind of some of the fruit trees and a few of the berry plants that we've got here on the homestead. In another spot, we do have some blueberries and like I said, some figs. And there are several different cherries on a different part of the homestead, and another, I think a couple peach trees and a few other things. So for our family, what we've tried to do is we really love fruit, and really just wanted to make sure that the kids had the opportunity to have fruit and experience that harvesting part. So it starts with strawberries and then goes all the way through until you get to your pears and your late apples. So thanks for watching. Wish you all the best on your homestead. Hope you're having a great, what is this, Labor Day weekend. Enjoy. Shalom.